guys, Dan the RBRT Guy back with you again. Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. So guys, this week on my social media pages, a guy wrote in and asked me, are we ever going to make a RBRT socket extractor that takes off rounded lug nuts and locks? Well, that's what we're going to have a look at today. Come on out to the shop with me to the project car and I'll show you what we got going on. All right guys, we're out here at the project car and what we've got is a 2005 Volkswagen Jetta. Now, if you know anything about Volkswagen, these are not lug nuts, they are lug studs. I don't think it makes a difference for what we're going to achieve today, but that's a lug stud. And I found a wheel chart online that says these should be 90 foot-pounds. So what I want to do is make sure no one can say that this is not tight. So I've got a mid-torque half-inch DeWalt here. I think foot-pounds on this is about 350, 400 foot-pounds. We're just going to go ahead and crank down on that. Now that's a 17 millimeter nut. I've got a Mac Tools half-inch digital torque wrench here, and as everybody can see, it is set for 250 foot-pounds. I'm going to crank this bad boy down. So you'll hear the lights go off. You'll see the buzzer and the lights will go off when I get to torque. And we achieved 265.5 foot-pounds. That's tight. So let's go ahead and put our safety glasses on, grab our grinder, and I'm going to round this bad boy out. Let's do it. All right, sparks are flying. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that DeWalt and let's put it on there. That's in the loosening position. And as you can see, there's no way that that's coming off. So now we will grab our 16 millimeter socket extractor. Let's pound her on there. All right, I feel pretty confident that's engaged really well. Now I've got me a nice long breaker bar. Let's crack this bad boy loose. 250, 265 foot-pounds, completely rounded out. Oh, that's tight. Here she comes. Look at that. No slippage whatsoever. There it is. Boom. Now we're going to use the FUBAR forcing screw to go ahead and force this on out of the socket. We'll do that in the studio. As you can see, it's hot here in Florida. I'm sweating like a dog. So let's go ahead and get back in the studio and I'll show you that FUBAR forcing screw. Pretty awesome stuff. All right guys, back in the studio, back at the bench vise, there is the lug stud that I took out. No smoke and mirrors. As you can see, that is the 16 millimeter that I took out of the car. Now, for those of you that don't know, the RBRT team has created the foreign object removal system on our extractors. Whether external or internal, we have an FUBAR system. For the extractor sockets, for the external, we've created this little threaded rod that spins in through the back and it will simply push out the broken piece. So no more going over to the bench vise with a punch and a hammer, beating on this trying to get it out. So let's go ahead, we'll just simply just walk that right out of the tool just like that. And as you can see the engagement marks in that metal where our socket dug in, bit in, and we were able to get that out. And it's about as rounded as you're going to get it. So, you know, when it comes down to extractors, they've only got one job, guys. That's to bite. The better your bite, the better your chances of getting it out. Doesn't mean you're always going to get it out, but the RBRT extractors are your best fighting chance. So now to give you an idea of just how much grip we're talking about, you can see the engagement marks. I'm going to go ahead and take the extractor, and I'm just going to pound this socket back on it. Just like that. Now let's see just how much bite we're talking about. Drop it into the bench vise, get it good and snug. Now the cool thing about these extractor sockets, whether it's quarter drive, 3/8 drive, or 1/2 inch drive, they all have a dual drive setup. This particular size, 16 millimeters, 3/8 drive. The outside hex shape is about a 26 millimeter. So I've got a 26 millimeter socket here that's 1/2 inch drive. I brought a breaker bar. I'd like to use my big long one like I had out in the shop, but I don't have the room for that in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to simply see if I can put enough on this socket to be able to snap that bolt. Now, that's a pretty thick bolt. I think I'm going to try to pull it instead of push it, because remember, guys, they're 100% bidirectional. I could go either way here, but I think pulling it towards me, I might have a little bit more power to it. So let's see if we can snap this off. Oh, look at that. Sheared it right off. Boom, just like that. Guys, it's all about the grip, not the slip. RBRT extractor sockets are absolutely the best grip on the planet. So do me a favor, guys. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Leave me a comment in the comments section. What do you think about that? That was no smoke and mirrors. I snapped that stud right off. I'm Dan, the RBRT guy. We'll see you next time. Thanks very much.